Depression in men is very different than depression in women, and I'm going to teach you how to test for it. So most of the scales we have for depression right now are meant to test for depression in women. Those scales focus very much on sadness. The problem is that typically when men experience depression, they don't necessarily experience it as sadness. They experience it more as just increase in workload, stress, over involvement in their career, maybe being a little bit rigid, needing more and more autonomy, increasing frequency of anger, denial of sadness, and the inability to cry. That's a big one. So that's very much the opposite of how we think of depression. So I'm going to read a few statements for you from the scale that's actually used to measure male depression and actually can test for male depression. And this is called the Diamond Male Depression Scale. And so essentially it has statements in which if you agree to these statements, there's probably a high chance that you do have depression. But if you're male, you probably won't experience this necessarily as like sadness. You will experience it more like a feeling of just feeling negative, stressed, and empty. So you might actually be thinking thoughts like, I feel burnt out. I have difficulty making everyday decisions. I feel tired when there is no reason to do so. I feel stressed out. I feel emotionally numb and closed down. Or I flare up quickly. I have trouble controlling my temper. I'm easily annoyed. I become grumpy, impatient. I have difficulty maintaining self-control. It's very different from female depression. So as you can tell, like these don't have anything to do with sadness, because most men don't experience depression as sadness. They experience it as being irritable, angry, or they experience it as being just stressed out and kind of withdrawing. So I'm going to post the link to the Diamond Male Depression Scale here under this video so you can take a look. And if this is you, I really encourage you to get help in this, because this is treatable. You just might be experiencing these symptoms and you might not know what's wrong, because the way we talk about depression in our society is not like this. It's like literally the opposite of this. So there are researchers that are studying this and trying to help with this particular subset of depression. So you're completely not alone. This is very common. I really encourage you to get help if you're really identifying with some of the statements I just said in this video.